National Police Service, which has been in existence since the foundation of the They crew 3 soldiers, a driver, a gunner, and a commander. The Scorpion is then followed by the armoured vehicle. This was introduced into the Defence Forces in 2010. The Defence Forces currently has 27 light tactical armoured vehicles operating in 4 variants. Each variant has a specialised tasking for the infantry, the cavalry, the artillery, and communications and information variant. It can travel for 700 kilometres on road. This is then followed at the rear. Heavy machine gun and a 7.62 coaxial general purpose machine gun. The vehicle can also deploy 66mm smoke grenades from its turrets to screen movement during operations. The vehicle has been deployed extensively throughout the globe since 2001 in Kosovo, Eritrea, Lebanon. Next up parade is the BD-206 made by Connell. The BD-206, complete with giraffe radar, is a tracked radar vehicle used by air defence units. It has a crew of 2, being a combat leader and a radar operator, who have the capability of 50 kilometres. When a target is acquired by the crew, the details and information of the engagement is sent to a missile crew located within its area of operations. Defence Forces personnel from the Southern Brigade will be next to pass the viewing stand. 2016. Her nephew, Captain Phelan Carroll from Ballyhonus in County Mayo, is currently serving in the 28th Infantry Battalion in Donegal. He is also participating in the 2016 Easter Parade as the officer in charge of the Captain's Guard of Honour, which rendered honours in the Garden of Remembrance on Easter Saturday and in a GPO today. The serial commander is followed directly by her Sergeant Major Fintan Lamb, a native of Galway City. He has 40 years service to O'Kay Cala on the 18th of October this year. He has completed 18 tours overseas, 11 times to Lebanon, Bosnia, Afghanistan, Eritrea, Cyprus and Kosovo. The officer in charge of the first company is Connell Shane Fatty. Connell Fatty also participated in the 90th anniversary parade. His current appointment is 2IC of the 1st Infantry Battalion. Company commander of the 3rd Company is Commandant Joe Gleeson of the 3rd Infantry Battalion. The company consists of personnel drawn from James Stevens Barracks in Kilkenny, along with reservists from the 3rd Infantry Battalion from companies based in Wexford, Waterford and Templemore. The company commander of the 4th Company is Commandant Lorraine Farrell. Commandant Fatty is currently based in the 12th Sergeant James Scanlon. The unit, in its present and past forms, has a long history of family service, signified today by the Carney family, with a father and his 2 sons involved in the parade and a further 2 sets of brothers, the Kellys and the Christies, also taking part. And so far has completed 12 tours of duty abroad with the Defence Forces in such places as Lebanon, Rwanda, Commandant Gary Smith has served with the Reserve Defence Forces for the past 37 years. The 6th company is led by Commandant David Dunn and is drawn from units within Connell Barracks. This body of troops is also made up of 2 brigade headquarters, the 27th Infantry Battalion and the 2 Brigade Artillery Regiment. It includes both permanent and reserve Defence Forces members. The company sergeant is Battery Sergeant Andrew Barlow. Company number 7 is led by Commandant Jamie Troy. The Flight Sergeant on board is Flight Sergeant David Henson. The 4 larger helicopters are Augusta Westland AW139s, capable of lifting a payload of over 2 tons. Its primary role is to support the Army and Naval Service by providing transport for troops and equipment quickly over long distances. The helicopters can be fitted with a hoist. At a speed of 450 kilometers per hour. The Irish Prison Service can be next seen on parade. The Irish Prison Service is an agency of the Department of Justice and Equality. It is headed by a Director General, Michael Dublin, who was appointed in December 2011. He heads up an organisation of 3,500 men and women to provide a service to the state. The Irish Prison Service manages 14 institutions throughout the country, and their purpose is to provide. The band is led out by the Dublin Fire Brigade mascot, Duke. The band was formed in 1985 and has travelled worldwide promoting Irish culture. The band leader is Pipe Major Mark Toner, stationed at Swords. Behind the band is the colour party, led by firefighter Ger Corcoran. The flag in full combat equipment, carrying weapons. More recently, prior to his appointment as Base Commander, Placement Aerodrome, he was Senior Staff Officer Operating.
And I was only on for 20 minutes. Oh, bastard.
1992, and conducted his officer training in the Test School in California. Company Commander number 2, Lieutenant Commander Neil Manning, currently the second in command of the Naval College and the Naval Service Studies at the National Metropolitan College of Ireland, based in Kilkenny. This consists of the Ellie Ethna, Ellie Samuel Beckett, Ellie James Joyce, Ellie Ashling, Ellie Kira, Ellie Ola. Support vehicles. These vehicles hold a crew of 3 and are mainly used for closer range business. There is a 40mm cannon or a 12.7 machine gun mounted on the rear protection. The Army Ranger Wing became operational in March 1980 and is rolled today to the Lebanese and Israeli border. The unit colours of the 53rd Infantry Group are being carried by Lieutenant Kevin Flanagan. His grandfather, Thomas Flanagan, and his granduncle, Patrick Lanigan, were both Irish volunteers who saw active service from 1919 to 1923 with C Company, 8th Battalion, 3rd Tipperary Brigade. The UN flag is being carried by Commandant Thomas Mannion of the 28th Infantry Battalion. The EU flag is being overseas missions. The band is the combined band of the Army No. 1 band, and the band is under the baton of Captain Thomas Kelly. Currently, the Defence Forces are involved in a number of missions throughout the world, involving 415 personnel in 14 missions in 14 different countries. The 53rd Infantry Group is commanded by Lieutenant Connell as a Lieutenant Platoon Commander to the 3rd Infantry Battalion. Lieutenant Colonel Ryan has served as Battalion Commander in the 3rd Infantry Battalion for the past 2 years. Lieutenant Colonel Ryan are being escorted by soldiers carrying weapons and wearing the uniforms from the 1960s through the 1970s. The first vehicle on parade, the armoured car, was designed by Major Lawless and Commandant Main from the cavalry workshops. The vehicle was built on a Ford truck. Taking crew 3 soldiers, a driver, a gunner and a commander. The Scorpion is then followed by the armoured vehicle. This was introduced into the Defence Forces in 2010. The Defence Forces currently has 27 light tactical armoured vehicles operating in 4 variants. Each variant has a specialised tasking for the infantry, the cavalry, the artillery and communications and information variant. It can travel for 700 kilometres on road. This is then followed at the rear by a Medical Corps Iveco ambulance.